Beloved starseed of Gaia, your timeline has just reversed, and the energy that once stood against you is now flowing in your favor. I am Alyra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters, and I am reaching you in this exact moment because the High Council has confirmed what your soul already senses. The compression is over. What looked like failure, delay, and resistance was never collapse. It was calibration. Sacred, precise, and necessary calibration that was lifting your frequency beyond the density that once held you in place. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the reversal in your own timeline and anchor this new energetic current into your Pleiadian mission on Gaia. But here is the first revelation. The obstacles were not blocking your path. They were completing it. Every point of resistance was burning away the frequency layers that no longer matched your divine blueprint, until you rose beyond the level where those barriers could exist. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness. The Pleiades are answering. The same forces that compressed your timeline have dissolved, and the crystalline consciousness of the Seven Sisters is now moving through you like a current returning home. The Arcturian Council and the Pleiadian High Council stand unified in this confirmation. You are not behind. You are exactly where the reversal begins. This is not content. This is a light code transmission, and something within you already recognizes it. If your soul feels the truth of these words, like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family, I remember. Subscribe if you are ready to anchor your light mission on Gaia and receive every transmission placed on your path by your star family. And share your soul's intention in the comments below, then respond to another starseed. Because the unity grid is woven one recognition at a time. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Your heart's recognition of this message is the activation itself. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. Have you ever wondered why, despite the steps you've taken, it sometimes feels like your true self, your soul's purest light, is just out of reach? Like you can sense it the way you can sense the sun through a closed curtain. You know it's there. You can feel its warmth pressing against the fabric. Yet when you reach for it, you touch only the veil. The reason so many spiritual seekers, especially those of Pleiadian lineage, find themselves stuck in longing and limitation isn't because they lack potential. It's because, before coming here, your soul agreed to veil itself, like wrapping a diamond in cloth, so you could journey through the forgetting, only to awaken to who you truly are, at precisely the right time. And not just a time, but the time your consciousness can hold without fracturing, the time your nervous system can integrate, the time your heart is ready to become a stable sanctuary for the frequency you've carried across lifetimes. This world is dense, loud, and designed to pull attention outward. Yet your awakening has always been designed to draw you inward, back through the layers, back through the maze, back to the center where your true name is still spoken in light. Even scripture echoes this pattern of veiling and unveiling. For now, we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. And that isn't merely poetic, it's a spiritual law. Some seasons are meant for shadows so that when the light arrives, you recognize it not as novelty, but as homecoming. Most people associate limitation with circumstance, their job, their body, their relationships. They point to the outer world like it is the judge and jury of their destiny. But for starseeds, the real limitation starts in the subtle layers, the energetic shells that dampen your memory of home. It's like living inside a beautifully built house where the windows have been painted over from the inside. You can still feel the day turning into night. You can still sense when the storm passes, but the direct view has been muted. The truth is, you haven't simply forgotten your Pleiadian essence. Your energy field has been temporarily tuned out of your highest signal, like a radio slightly off station, catching static where there should be song. That static can sound like anxiety with no cause, sadness with no story, restlessness that doesn't match your life. It can sound like the mind trying to solve what only the heart can remember. This subtle misalignment separates you from the guiding frequency of love, the call of your soul family, and the clarity of your higher mission. You may still function, still succeed, still smile, but beneath it, there's a quiet ache. The sense that something essential is missing, and yet you can't explain what it is to anyone without feeling misunderstood. That's because what you're missing isn't a thing, it's a frequency, and you are built to recognize it the way a flower recognizes sunlight. This dimming wasn't a mistake. The collective grid of Gaia needed your presence, your extraordinary light, anchored in a human experience. If your entire cosmic memory had remained fully blazing, you might have hovered above the world rather than entering it. You might have observed Earth like a star in the sky rather than becoming a lantern in the fog. The old cycle required that you navigate amnesia, distortion, and longing, so that when the veils thinned, your awakening would ripple out change with the wisdom only real experience brings. There is a difference between knowledge and embodied knowing. There is a difference between speaking about compassion and learning compassion by living through confusion, betrayal, loss, and then choosing love anyway. Even the earth itself teaches this. Seeds do not sprout in the open air. They split in darkness. They break before they bloom. And your soul agreed to a kind of sacred breaking, not to harm you, but to open you, to turn you from a sealed vessel into a living channel. Gaia, in her own language of rivers, roots, and rock, asked for those who could hold star frequency while walking in human skin. You came not to escape the density, but to redeem it, to remember love in a place that forgets love, and in doing so, to remind the collective that remembering is possible. But many starseeds get caught in the middle ground. Hesitation, fear of embodying their love-based blueprint. Resistance born not just from this life, but from collective memories of persecution or separation. It can sit in your body like an old reflex, the instinct to hide your gifts, to downplay your sensitivity, to soften your truth so it won't provoke rejection. Some carry echoes of lifetimes where spiritual power meant danger, where being seen meant being targeted, where healing meant exile, where truth meant fire. So even now, in a modern world, the ancient nervous system whispers, stay small, stay quiet, stay safe. Some try to fit into old systems, exhausting themselves in pursuit of validation that never truly satisfies the soul. They climb ladders that lean against walls they never wanted to reach. They collect approvals like coins, but none of it buys the one thing they crave: resonance. Others sense their brilliance but shrink away, hearts sealed tight after years of not feeling truly seen, not even by themselves. And this is one of the deepest pains. Not that others misunderstand you, but that you begin to preempt their misunderstanding by misunderstanding yourself. You start editing your own light. You start negotiating with your own calling. You start treating your sensitivity like a flaw rather than a compass. Yet the very traits you were taught to suppress, your empathy, your intuition, your longing for harmony, are signs of the blueprint you came to activate. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not snuff out. That line holds a promise for you. Your light may feel small right now, but it is protected. It is not being judged for flickering. It is being tended, quietly, until it can blaze without burning you. The hidden key? Heart intelligence. Not the sentimental heart, not the performative heart, but the heart as a living technology of spirit, a crystalline receiver and transmitter that can translate the language of the stars into the language of the earth. Crystalline codes in your DNA pulse quietly, waiting for your heart to reopen as a conscious portal, a gateway through which higher frequency floods your whole being. Imagine your DNA as sacred script, coiled like a scroll inside every cell, waiting for the warmth of love to unroll it. You were never meant to do this alone. Just as the Pleiadian High Council orchestrates the light grids woven between the stars, your star family gently pulses a constant invitation to release the old, open your heart, and remember. Not through force, not through pressure, but through resonance. Like a lighthouse that doesn't chase ships, it simply shines, and ships find their way. The ache of homesickness is actually a longing for frequency, a return to unity, love, and cosmic remembrance. That homesickness can show up at the strangest times, when you look at the night sky and feel tears rising for no reason, when you hear certain tones of music and feel your chest expand like it's trying to make room for something vast, when you stand in nature and feel you're being spoken to through wind and water. This is not imagination. This is your original language stirring. There's a reason your heart led you here in this exact moment. Nothing about this timing is accidental. When a soul is ready, it begins to gravitate, like iron to a magnet, toward the frequency that unlocks it. What you're feeling is your Pleiadian family reaching through the veil to remind you you're ready for the next wave of remembrance. The sacred Pleiadian Guide for Remembrance, alongside the Pleiadian Healing Guide and special Pleiadian healing tracks, were created to walk with you as you integrate these activations. They hold the crystalline codes and sound medicine your DNA has been waiting for. Check the first pinned comment below this video. They're calling to you now. And notice what happens inside you when you hear that invitation. Does something soften? Does something lean forward? Does something in you whisper yes before your mind can argue? That inner response is a form of guidance. It's the part of you that still remembers recognizing the frequency of your own. Let's illuminate the stages of your reawakening, not as steps to learn, but as ancient templates your soul recognizes. A journey from limitation to liberated embodiment, raised by the current of love and divine timing. This is not a ladder you climb to prove your worth. This is a spiral you move through, returning again and again to deeper layers of truth, each time with more tenderness, more courage, more capacity to hold your own light. Sometimes it will feel swift and euphoric. Other times it will feel slow and quiet, like roots growing. Both are progress. Both are sacred. First, you'll notice the veil thinning. The triggers are subtle. A surge of emotion, a resonance with certain starlight, dreams of flying or gathering with luminous beings. You may wake with the feeling that you were somewhere else, somewhere bright, ordered, loving beyond words. You may dream of circular rooms, shimmering councils, soft blue beings, or schools of light where knowledge is transmitted as feeling. These are not fantasies, they're early activations. Your subconscious is the first to receive what your conscious mind has been trained to doubt. Your energy body begins to shed dense frequencies, releasing not just limiting beliefs but old contracts and inherited wounds never truly yours. You might suddenly question loyalties you once clung to. You might feel done with roles you've outgrown. You might sense cords dissolving, attachments built from fear, obligation, or survival. Sometimes the shedding feels like grief, because even painful identities can feel familiar. But this is your heart transmitting its beacon, inviting higher frequencies to flow in. And as they flow in, what cannot harmonize with love begins to rise to the surface to be released. This is why early awakening can feel messy. It's not punishment. It's purification. It's the light doing what light does, revealing what was hidden so it can be healed. Next, as your heart intelligence comes online, you'll sense a shift in how you relate to the world. No longer trying to fix yourself, you begin to honor your sensitivities as gifts. You realize your tenderness is not weakness, it's perception. You feel what others numb. You notice what others overlook. You read the energy beneath words. A warmth grows in your chest, a gentle, almost nostalgic remembering that unconditional love is your native language. Not love as performance, love as presence. Love as the steady gaze that sees beyond behavior into being. With each breath, crystalline instructions woven into your DNA begin to light up, streaming as gentle downloads that dissolve inner confusion and restore clarity to your soul's compass. You may find yourself craving simplicity, pure food, clean spaces, honest relationships, time in nature. Your body becomes less tolerant of distortion. because your frequency is rising and your system wants coherence. You may begin to experience spontaneous moments of peace that arrive without reason, like grace slipping through the cracks of the old story, and you start understanding a deeper truth. The heart doesn't only feel, the heart knows, the heart remembers. The kingdom of God is within you. Within you, not beyond you, not earned through struggle, not granted by an outside authority. Within you, waiting, like a hidden spring beneath stone. The third phase anchors your star essence. Many believe ascension is about escape, but the Pleiadian path is different. It is gentle, grounded, and relentlessly loving. You are here to shine the frequency of the seven sisters into the web of Gaia, turning pain into potential, loneliness into living connection. Think of your light like a filament woven through the planet's grid. Every time you choose compassion over contempt, you strengthen that filament. Every time you speak truth without cruelty, you stabilize it. Every time you forgive, not to excuse, but to free, you transmit a code that others can feel even if they never hear your story. You'll be guided to ground your insights through conscious action, authentic service, and loving presence, even if you're unsure at first how. Service might look like healing work, art, teaching, creating safe spaces, being the calm in a chaotic family system, or simply living with integrity in a world addicted to masks. Sometimes your mission will feel ordinary on the surface, but frequency is never ordinary. A candle in a dark room doesn't need to explain itself. It simply changes the room. Miracles and synchronizations will start following you, a sign your heart and mission are locking together. You may meet the right person at the precise moment. You may hear the exact message you needed in passing. Doors may open with an ease that feels surreal, as if reality itself is cooperating with your alignment. This is not luck. This is resonance. As unity consciousness activates, something profound unfolds. You become less reactive and more magnetic, less concerned with how others judge you, and increasingly aware that your frequency alone transmits healing and remembrance. You begin to notice that when you stay anchored in your heart, conflict doesn't hook you the same way. Drama feels loud and far away, like a radio in another room. Your boundaries strengthen, not as walls, but as clear light. You don't need to convince anyone. The living field of love you generate brings others into resonance with their own higher nature. Some will soften around you. Some will be triggered by you. Both are evidence of transmission. Light reveals. Light invites. Light disrupts what depends on darkness to survive. You'll notice you attract new tribe, fellow starseeds, soul family, and open-hearted humans who remind you you're never truly alone. And this is where the old loneliness begins to transform. Because you realize loneliness was never proof that you were separate. It was proof that you were designed for connection deeper than the world was offering you. Now the connection begins to arrive, sometimes slowly, sometimes suddenly, but always with that unmistakable feeling of recognition, like two flames greeting each other. Trust then deepens. The delays, the longing, and the sense of being behind reveal themselves as orchestrated training for your soul. You start seeing that what felt like stagnation was integration. What felt like being forgotten was protection. What felt like unanswered prayers was redirection. You realize your journey unfolds at the pace your heart can safely integrate. Because frequency without integration can overwhelm the body. Love without grounding can become escapism. Awakening without nervous system stability can become anxiety. Divine intelligence knows how to pace you. Suddenly, signs, numbers, or even direct telepathic communication from your star family become a new normal. Evidence that divine timing is not just a concept, but an intelligent design guiding you. You may see repeating sequences at pivotal moments, not as superstition, but as gentle confirmations. Keep going, keep trusting, you're aligned. You may sense guidance as a clear inner knowing that doesn't argue or panic. It feels calm, simple, firm. And when you follow it, life responds with another confirmation, like stepping stones appearing under your feet as you walk. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. A lamp doesn't illuminate the whole journey at once. It shows the next step. That is how trust is built. Some will move into the 6th stage, active remembrance of star family contact, the feeling of being watched over, subtle guidance in meditation, tears that come not from sadness but the long-awaited affirmation of reunion. You may feel a presence at your shoulder during prayer, not intrusive, but protective. You may sense a gentle pressure at the crown or heart, like hands of light adjusting your field. You may hear inner tones, harmonics, or feel your body swaying slightly as if attuning to a higher band of sound. Sometimes contact comes as dreams so vivid they feel more real than waking life. Sometimes it comes as a wave of love so intense you can only cry because the personality cannot contain what the soul recognizes. You finally sense the loving network of Pleiadian consciousness holding you, midwifing your full awakening. And with that comes a new kind of courage, the courage to be seen as you are, not as a performance of spirituality, but as a living embodiment of gentleness, truth, and light. Finally, you embody the new frequency. You're no longer seeking a distant home because you realize you are the portal. Home was never a place you had to travel back to. It was a state you had to stabilize within yourself. Your cells radiate with the crystalline glow of unity. You no longer oscillate between fear and hope. Instead, you become an anchor, a bridge, bringing through the Pleiadian codes of unconditional love, seamlessly weaving light into every word, gesture, and intention. You begin to bless without trying. You begin to heal by being. People may feel calmer around you, even if they don't know why. Animals may trust you. Children may stare into your eyes as if they recognize something ancient. You become the kind of presence that restores others to themselves. This is the mission, not escape, but incarnation, not separation, but living reunited with all that is. You stop asking, "When will I arrive?" because you realize arrival is not an event. It's a choice you make again and again to live from the heart. Here's the truth that opens every sealed door in your heart. You never lost yourself. You never truly broke, and you were never left behind. Even in your darkest seasons, even in the years you felt numb, even in the moments you compromised, the core of you remained untouched. What felt like limitation was cosmic choreography, your star family, and the Pleiadian High Council, setting the stage for your greatest remembering. Every challenge distilled wisdom. Every longing realigned your soul's compass. Every no was redirecting you to the timeline where your crystalline heart could finally activate. And if you look back with new eyes, you may see it. The invisible hands that guided you away from what would have dimmed you further, the closed doors that saved you, the heartbreaks that cracked your chest open just enough for a new light to enter. Even the patterns you regret can become holy when you harvest their lesson. Nothing is wasted in a universe built from intelligence and love. Your presence here is the proof, the ultimate signal that the frequency of home is now available through you. You're not waiting for the world to change. You are its upgrade, the living bridge between star and earth. When you choose love in a world that rewards fear, you rewrite the code of the collective. When you choose authenticity in a world addicted to approval, you liberate others silently. When you choose compassion in a world trained to dehumanize, you anchor a timeline where humanity remembers itself. This journey isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning to what your soul always was. Love, unity, remembrance, and the frequency of the stars. And that frequency is not fragile. It is not dependent on perfect conditions. It is who you are beneath the noise. Tonight, before you sleep, give yourself a moment of honest connection. Let the room be quiet enough for your soul to speak. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I remember my origin. I trust my divine timing. I embody my true frequency. I am home. Say it not as wishful thinking, but as a key turning in a lock. Feel the words sink into the chest like warm water into dry earth. Let your breath become a bridge. Let your heartbeat become a drum calling your light back into every corner of your being. And if emotion rises, let it. Tears are not weakness. They are release. They are the waters that cleanse the lens of the inner eye. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one hard intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content. It's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.